All right. Hi, everybody. It's Monica Anderson from the Sweetporium. I am recording from my backyard today. As you can see, I have the supplies out for our next project, which is our nature print pouch. Really funny side story. I got all dressed up and, okay, not dressed up. I fixed my face and fixed my hair, straightened my hair today and everything, and I cannot be able, I can't do the camera on myself and then flip it. So just hands today, and those aren't dressed up. Low maintenance natural nails. So supplies for today: you need your canvas zipper pouch, you need your scissors for clippings, let me introduce that the next. You can go on a nature walk around your backyard, around the front of your house. You don't even have to venture far. You can pick up items from the ground that have fallen if you want to use those kind of things, if you don't want to mess with any of your live plants. If you do mess with your live plants or take clippings from them, be sure that you have a parent or an adult knowledgeable with you so that you don't get any like poison ivy or poison oaks or anything like that. So these are the ones that I clipped around my backyard. I have some gardenia leaves. So here is a tip. And I picked some things that I'm not going to use to show you. So I just picked these, and they're really cute clovers, but they're super limp. Like immediately, they're just too soft. And they don't work really well with being manhandled and putting paint and then stamping. If it does work if you have a delicate, tender hand, but if you have a youngster or if you're just kind of impatient type, this is not one that I would use. So I had some oak leaves. Any of these kind of waxy leaved ones are really sturdy and they work really well. This is another one, but see how just wimpy and limp it is? It will work, but it might frustrate just a little bit. So these are some other ones that I picked, and I think I used this one in my demo, so I'm not going to throw that one out, but look at this one. This is from, I don't know if it's a butterfly plant. Oh, I don't know if somebody can identify that one. Maybe this is from, oh, I know what it is. It's an Esperanza plant. That's what this one is from. So I'm going to throw those out with my clovers because they're just a little too wimpy for what I need. So you're going to need your glass clippings, your plant clippings, your foam brush that I hope you washed out from yesterday, your paper plate, your index cards. So anything can be used for the index cards. All this is for is so that we don't get our hands super dirty. We're going to use this as our pressing plate. And then you have, look how hot and humid it is. Do you see all the condensation on here? I guess it's kind of good that you can't see me because I feel the sweat rolling down my forehead. So you have your 2 shades of green. If you have any white left over from yesterday, then you can pull that out and you can color mix and make different color greens. So that is just an option. So I'm going to scoot that all out of the way. Make sure, because these paints are permanent, that you have something protecting your clothing. If you are somewhere that you are worried about your work surface, make sure that you have that covered with a foil or a saran wrap or some kind of protectant. This is just our glass patio table, and I know it'll scratch off and everything, but just so you can see things better and that I know where so I don't get out of my line of view. I'm going to work here on this mat. So Oh, and you'll also need your piece of copy paper. And that is probably between your two, those plasticky shrink films that you have that we're going to use for tomorrow. So, sorry. Just allergy cough. Actually, yeah. So go ahead and put your paper in there. I just folded it. It doesn't need to be super, super perfect. What this is going to do is it will create a barrier from when you are pressing the paint that it doesn't go through. Now these are canvases bags and they're pretty thick, tightly woven, because you can't even see through them, but just in case you are heavy-handed on the paint or heavy-handed on the pushing, and you guys can definitely do both sides. Rule of thumb, if the paint is shiny, then it's wet. Once it's matte, it's dried. I'm outside, so I didn't bring my blow dryer, but you can do one side, let it dry, come back, and then do the other side. And I have not done my other side on my demo, but I see that Story and his food pouch got near it. There's food pouch everywhere over there. All right, so to begin, you are going to get your, if you want these colors, if you like those colors, then you can dip directly into those colors. I'm going to do these little ferns. So you'll notice that there's veining on the back of the leaves. So that's the side that I press with, so that it gives a little bit, well, it gives you more detail that way. So, and this fern is borderline delicate. So instead of scraping, I'm just gonna pat, 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 like that. Pull up, don't drop. I'm going to place it there, and I'm going to work fairly quickly because acrylic paint dries pretty quickly. All right, so I think I'm going to cut this just a little bit and make one. Elements and principles of design, odd numbers are more appealing. So instead of doing two, I think I'm going to just toss. Yeah, I thought I had it backwards. That one right there. I could move this, but I have a feeling it already touched. It didn't. Pulling it down, scooting that one over. Oh, I'm being crazy here. All right, so then you get your index card. You're just gonna rub. I know, I'm wiggling the table, means I'm wiggling the camera. Press, press, press. Pull up, and then you have a good stick. But we also got a good print. Go ahead and pull those off. And like I said, acrylic paint dries really quickly. You can see that this is wet. I don't want to immediately load and use this one, because what's going to happen? Well, if I see you, sweet girl. What's up? What? I can't hear you, Ari. Not right now. So, sorry, we had a sidetrack. If it's wet and you have another press, what's going to happen? Then you're going to get all of that stamped on. So put this one to the side, or if you have something small, you can fold it and use one of the clean sides. That my finger just got dirty. But you have several options with the two index cards with 4 sides. So let's see. Maybe do an oak leaf, a big oak leaf, oak tree quotes are so cute. I'm trying to think of, you know, like the mighty oak comes from a small acorn. Something like that. Alright, oh, got a little part in there. Paint, 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 get it covered. Alright, so I'm going to put my mighty oak. It's not a mighty, well, I don't know if that's a... Alright, and this one I kind of folded it down, or pressed it down with, as I was going, instead of just putting it and then putting the index card on top, I rolled it to make sure that it did not crease, because this one's a little bit curly and I didn't want to put the paper and then it crunch and then we get that. So I made sure that I kind of folded. I might have a little bit of crunch just because it's curly. And oh, it came out beautiful. It came out perfect. Yay. All right, so I did not wash my brushes in between because I kind of wanted a mix of the greens. If you have your paper plate, you can put a little smidge of white. Ta-da! And what color? I think I'm going to use this Kelly Shamrock Green and just pull a tiny bit out, just a tiny bit. And I'm gonna make a new color, hopefully. Oh, that's nice and bright. Oh, not what I was thinking, but I'm happy with it. I thought it was gonna be a little more lima bean green because I thought I had a whole bunch of white. But I'm happy with it, so going with it. Let's see, let's do some pine needles. I did not do pine needles before. Oh, that's easy to run through. Run through pine needles. You can overlap your stamp designs. Let's see, oh, if I do, I kind of want that little gather part. Alright, let's open them back up. Beep, beep, beep. And close them back up there. Alright, so like I said, that dries really quickly. So instead of pressing, I'm just going to run that down. Those moved a little bit more than I thought, but I still like it. I do. Let's do just a super bright Kelly green. Scoot that over there. Get some stem in there. The stem part is really cute. And I'm not loading a whole bunch of paint. I mean, I'm not being necessarily stingy with the paint, but I don't have it globbed on super heavy either. Alright, I think this one is clean and dry. Stamp, stamp, stamp. Yay! You can reuse the leaves also. I have a lot, so I'm not going to, but if you feel like, I'm going to actually do white and see how light I can get that green. Nope, it still turned out the same color green. Let's see, just a wee bit. I was kind of hoping for a lima bean green. It's a minty green. It's lighter for sure. Decisions. So like I said, you can fold it if you have something little. Ta-da! Go back and do your green, your dark green, maybe dark green and white, maybe the two greens together. But that is what you will continue doing on. And like I said, when that is dry, you can either blow dry it or let it air dry. I bet if it's not super thick, it would take less than an hour, and then you can do the other side. So I hope you really enjoy today's weather and going out and getting your little clippings. I would love to see what you come up with, and thanks so much for watching. Have a great day.